Solotov is instead going to try and move in and try and fight the fight themselves. They're aware, and they're aware. Solotov tears the head off a kayak. It doesn't matter how many song lyrics are typed in chat. There's Solotov making sure that they stick to NAVI. The next, they're trying to get the recollection of the kit here, and they just pull off the time of the gadget at the wrong time. Solotov doesn't care. Neo gets one on the back end. NAVI's gone. Tab is dropped out of computer. Skitty finally shows their head. But with two remaining players.
Needs to be careful to not actually expose himself to any of these openings that have been made in the wall. Triple kill from Skitty. Only up to Solotov now. A 1v1, a minute left on the clock. It's definitely giving away his position here. But as he comes up...
Skitty! Absolutely insane round for Skitty there. And firing line here. There's a fight under a window. And it's Solotov that wins it out. Teb taken off the board.
And NAVI trying to go from different avenues now. Skitty again coming from the side with a double kill. Opens it up. Nello responds to NAVI. It's going to be Skitty on the next gunfight here. Will finally drop. Leaves it only up to his two teammates, Kayak and Leader. One of them inside the building. Looking to pick up that diffuser up against Tyrant and Nello.
Leader takes Nello through the soft. I was gonna comment on the bulletproof given all the calls, but apparently they had the perfect ones of their own. 15 seconds, Tyrant. They've been able to get themselves in, take the burn on the gate, but Leader doesn't need it. NAVI find a second round in a row. Maybe angling up for some direct site pressure, and yeah, he's inside. They've suddenly got the call. He's round on a back line, and it's all theirs. And there's a bite back. Users down on the far end of split. Neo gets a bit of the cover down. They're going for the plant to the best of their ability with the two remaining players. Tucked round. Well, I said they had the focus onto the site. The first plant comes down, but retaking the throne, getting themselves set on it. It starts with taking the top dog out of the engagement. The second is a follow, and MNM finally find their first round in retake fashion. Look at this, the MNM hold. As I said, you can sort of let them roll in, but they've got to be watched. There's the smoke, there's the take, there's the first. The Glass is trying to move his way through. They're just firing into the debris and hoping. The plant's going down behind the train itself. Tyrant goes for the retake round on the swing. They've got to get the cover. There's the reveal, there's the plant, there's the planter, there's a post-plant. One versus nobody! Neo just gets the tail end of terror there. We hear the window being popped open as well. They're going to see if they can try and bait out one more. The cover there towards the impact. Does it get deep enough? Solotov does!
Everybody's starting to get a little bit closer around one another. Skitty again is coming up the yellow stairs, but this time they should be aware of it. As Users is watching it, will find a head. No, he does not. Skitty wins out on that gunfight. Tries to find his second, but it's not quick enough on the flick.
Very important responses here from MNM and Tyrant. He gets the two with Solotov getting the tail end. MNM, they pull themselves ahead. You can see that on the far end, Leader's gone down. Skitty is the only one left standing. The fight on Dragon Door goes away from NAVI. The fight on the opposite door is in their favor, but 20 seconds now. And a 2 versus 1. No kit cold on the far end. Has to take their way through split. Their reveal is, we know you're here. They're either side. And there's only really one way that can go. 4-2, MNM claw it back from a terrifying opener.
There's another piece of utility they can actually use to get rid of that shield. NAVI sees the barrel right there, but he gets his head taken off. Solotov finds it, instantly jumps in, taking the ground right here as Tep finds a response to users.
Warden's just going to pull himself and rotate round. Will he pre-fire? Not well enough. Nello takes the head off. There is still obviously a loose thread, and there it is. Neo gets Kayak.
As he doesn't find anybody currently, he also knows the cams have been hacked. They know now he's not on the side, so they try and pull the trigger here.
That was it. A very quick game. They're going down split, and he's going the same way. Finds one. One's already slipped by. There's two! There's one more! It's all thread together in a 1 versus 1. The reload and Leader! He somehow clutches it out. MNM has had 2 miracles.
Tyrant will be watching upwards as he ascends these stairs. Shouldn't be watching his direct opponent. Kayak will find a kill eventually. That was a very long engagement.
Played it patiently, perfectly, and now it sets us up for the pros of what's going to happen inside the site. There's a strike there. Kayak down on the long end, gets the kick cold. Neo's down as well from that, popping their head up. They still have that position, so Nello's got to see if he can try and take the fight first. Tucks round, gets the reveal, doesn't get the hit. And that is Na'Vi bringing themselves back. I mean, that's it. 2 times in a row. The gate is almost reactivated, but Usus was holding on to it and holds on to it. Skitty removed as the final ends the exchange. They're inside the bathroom, and inside the defense takes out one. Nafe suffers as well on the pop and the pull round. The E1D, the movement in the pre-fire. Tyrant gets the connection. They're over the top. Kayak can't quite find one of his own. They're holding onto the window, hoping they find it. Neo does find Teb, though. Another 4 versus 1. Quickly get himself planted now as Kayak's found his rotate round onto the back end. His position was revealed. And MNM pull ahead once again.
Think of the impact was tossed there towards the planting spot.
A lot of time for them to try and bring some support over for Neo, the man with the kit. Ooh, he almost loses it. The fight's down to pistols. The elbow is a bit wide. There's 2 players. But it only takes Nafe to finish it off there. The pressure was applied back onto them by the side of Na'Vi. They're going to run out and... oh, they're going for the rotate round underneath all the way, hoping to see if they can get a catch and a score. There is the Lion that's around this position there on the other side of the lockers. Usus and Solitov suddenly find one apiece, dropped from, I assume, the bathroom window. There's the pulse of the E1D. They've got the confidence to go for the fight. They're stacked up. This time it works out in their favor. The 3 versus 1 lead is the back line. He's looking towards getting the catch, and anyone going for the default plant spot behind the main core pillar. Tyrant's the man with the kit in pocket. He can't quite get in the door, though. He's got to try and shuffle as the fight happens elsewhere. Nello goes down. They're tucked around Usus. Does win it out, but again, it was almost another moment of MNM. No, please God, no. Tyrant's actually kept on pushing, which causes problems later. Teb suffers in the scrap and the scrape of things. There's the ping on a player and the reveal of the one just tucked in. A massive reaction there from Skitty to get the fight back here. They're inside Cafe, but they still have the man disadvantage. It's pushed further by Skitty. The grenade catches out the one round on the side of Train, but with 15 seconds left, they're angling up to see if they can get the kit planted behind the Train itself. The 3 versus 2. Nafe could be massive here. Solitov gets an important one, gets one more, but it's just the kit to be planted. A 1 versus 1 post-plant. Doesn't quite have the reveal on where the player is. The drop comes round. And a misthrown C4 there. Nafe. Oh, maybe you didn't know about the hatch. They have the call on the player, rooting his way around. The fight is scrappy over the top. The pre-fires, both are massively injured, but Solitov takes it out in the last breath. And for everything that had gone their way earlier in the game, they were not gifted one more miracle.
Hello, we're joined by Eden, our French coach for MNM. Bonsoir, Eden. How are you doing?
Bonsoir, Miloš. Good, and you?
I'm all right. How are you? Congratulations on the win. How are you feeling after all this?
Honestly, I'm feeling a bit stressed after this game because it was very, very tense. But I'm relieved that we took the win and finally managed to take another 3-point win.
Was Theme Park the plan from the beginning?
Yeah, it was one of the few maps that we have selected to like possible playing against NAVI. It's not the one that we have made top 1, but we managed.
What do you think teams haven't really been going to Theme Park much this stage or really overall?
Well, especially against the Theme Park, our attacks are not really on point, so it's easy to take more points and more wins against us on Theme Park. And yeah, I don't know why. Most of the team are a little bit behind, I said, on the new maps, so I think that's why we don't see team so often.
And from your point of view, as of course, you know, coach behind the players, how do you prepare them for a game against NAVI? Because you know, players from MNM and NAVI have kind of faced off against one another in so many different ways over the years. Is that an extra layer that you have to account for when you're prepping the team?
Well, obviously, also because NAVI, we know that our people, our player previously in MNM are now in NAVI. We are close to the NAVI boys also. Mm-hmm. So that's 2 lineups that know each other as well. So you not only have to predict what they do usually, but kind of predict what they are going to predict for you. So kind of a counter prediction. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's hard, but yeah, mostly lately we focus on ourselves, to be honest. So not that much prep focused onto NAVI.
Seems like that's the strategy overall for most teams in really any league over the past 6 months, really. But you're looking at NAVI over the past 2 play days against Secret, against TT9. What do you as a coach look at and see, okay, these are things that we can use and abuse when we go against them?
Well, we mostly look for move that they always do, some entries that are always here, stuff placed at the same place, people making the same nades, same position, etc. That's what we aim for, at least when you're prepping for a team. And yeah, automatism. Now the game is mostly into adaptation and knowing how to respond to what the other team is doing. So you can't do the traditional way to have their setup put on paper and just say, okay, we changed this. So it's more adaptation and small things that we look for.
Now, you're watching the series from the outside, of course, not in the middle of the game with the players directly, but did you hear anything when, I guess, the 1v3, 1v4 was happening in Armory? Because it seemed like on the camps, things were relatively quiet.
It was quiet. That's one of our problems, to be honest. Not going into detail to why, because that would give infos, obviously, but we are losing a lot of 4v1, and I've seen the memes on Twitter from the Rainbow Six eSport.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have an hard time in 4v1, even in 5v1, so we are trying to fix it, but yeah, it was a bit quiet.
Understandable. And well, for the next playday, you guys are going up against Team Secret. Again, another opponent that, you know, player-wise, you know quite well. What do you think we should expect out of MNM there?
Well, against Secret, I personally hope that we can make also 3 more points first. And what you should expect, well, us to fix our mistakes in attacks so we don't lose attacks this way. And that's it. That would be enough.
I mean, it's already that, and then the challenge of next week on top of it is being a super week where you're playing G2 also, the end of it. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get to chat again at the end of MNM vs. Secret and seeing what you have in mind for your next matchup. But with that all said, Eden, you want to say anything to the fans out there?
Yeah. Can I make it English and French?
As you wish.
I know we have a lot of Chinese and Asian people following us. Our skin is still out, so remember to buy it. And thank you for the insane amount of support you're all giving us. We are tough game and we are still not playing as we should be playing, but this is great. En français, merci. Je sais qu'on a une grosse communauté française qui nous suit également. Merci de nous supporter et merci à SX Frenchy qui vote pour nous toutes les semaines malgré nos défaites. Voilà. That's all for me. Thanks.
Tous les fans sur SX qui votent toujours pour l'équipe. Voilà. It's the French influence for all the French fans out there that are voting on E6, which is the, I guess, French Rainbow Six news or R6 esports specific news outlet. Big fans, and we got a good friends of them, of ours that run the show over there. But Eden, thank you very much. Congratulations on your victory. For the fans out there, make sure you're tuning in to next Monday's game. It'll be Secret versus MNM. Again, a big UK bout. Till then, Eden, take care. Bye-bye. Bonne nuit.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.